Hello! In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to create a simple form in HTML. This is a simple form I set up, and I'm going to teach you how to also create one for yourself in HTML. User can click here and then enter their first name, enter their last name, and then click on submit. But this submit is not going anywhere because we are not collecting these values and then submitting them to our database. So this gets an empty form, user will fill, and when they click on submit, everything will be reset. Okay, we are not collecting the values. So let's go ahead and see how we're going to build this form using HTML. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get started. Here is my bare bones structure of my HTML document. I created an HTML file called form.html, and this is where I open it. Okay, and here is it, and this is the bare bones structure of our HTML document. Inside our body, we're going to declare our form tag. Okay, so there's a tag called form. This will tell the browser, hey, this particular code is a form. Okay, and it will treat it as a form. So you enter the opening and the closing of form, and inside there we're going to declare our labels. Now labels are the visuals, they're the text users are going to see before entering or filling your form. Something like first name, email, phone number. Okay, what users see before making a decision. All right, so we put our label, so less than label, we close it, and inside this label, okay, inside here we put our text, something like first name, like this, first name. Now let's go back to our development browser. Let's reload. You can see first name. Okay, let's go back there. Next thing we need is input fields. Okay, because we want our users to be able to click and then enter their text, and it's called a text box. So go to our code editor, and then beneath here we need to open our tag, which is input, and then we'll leave space and put type equal to. Now inside this quotation we need to specify the kind of input type or the kind of data we need from our users. In this case we need a text, so it's going to be text because the name is going to be in a text form. And then after that we'll go ahead and close it. Now go back to our web browser. Let's reload this page, and as you can see there's a text box here. User can click and then enter their text. Okay, let's continue. So go back to our code editor, and then we come down a bit, and then we enter another label for our last name. So label, close it, and then we put last name. Okay, so last name, like this. Go back to our browser, reload, and as you can see last name, we need to put our input fields. Okay, so we come down and then we put input. So input type is going to be what? Text. Okay, so text, and then we close it. Good. Let's go back there. I check. And as you can see, this is another text box. User can click and enter their last name. And finally, we need to enter our submit button. So we come and then we put less than, input type equal to. This time we're going to enter a special type called submit. So submit, and then we need to close it like this, and we'll go back to our browser, reload, and as you can see, there's a button user can click to submit the form. Good. Now there's one last thing I want to talk to you about, which is how the form is arranged, or how the input fields and the text are arranged. So we want this to fall below this first name. Okay, so how do we do that? We need to break it. So we'll go back there and then we break every single tag. Okay, so inside here we need to put a BR tag, BR, and then close it, and then we'll go back to our browser and see how it looks. We reload, you can see. So this is a break tag. So we'll go ahead and apply that break tag to all our tags, both inputs and labels. So come down and put break. We do the same thing here. Put break here. We put break. Good. Now let's go back to our development browser and we reload. And as you can see, everything is looking fine, except our button is closer to this input field. So how do we solve that? We can use a break tag to solve it. Okay, so you can decide to add another break. Okay, so we put another BR like this, and then we'll go back there and then reload this page, and as you can see, it has been pushed down a little bit. Okay, so that is it. That's how you create a form in HTML using the form tag, using labels and input types. And this video we only learned one type of input, which is the text. Okay, so in my next video we're going to learn about radio buttons. If you think this video has been informative, then stick around and consider watching my next video where I'll be talking about radio buttons. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on my next episode. Take care.